What's up, guys? It's Mike Barkoff here with Live Free for something I like to call histography. It is where I take musical artists and I go through their career and their albums and I tell you what was going on in their life at the exact time that a specific album dropped. Today I'm doing my second favorite artist named Kendrick Lamar in a 2 out of 5 for a season. I hope you guys enjoyed the M.A.A.D one. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. Nonetheless, let's continue forward. Kendrick Lamar had released several EPs and mixtapes predating Good Kid, M.A.A.D City, even an album called Section 80, but I'm going to start with Good Kid, M.A.A.D City because I feel like that is where his career really starts and takes off. Good Kid, M.A.A.D City was released in 2013 by Top Dawg, Interscope, and Aftermath. This followed him getting the signings to the ladders in the ladders mentioned, Interscope and Aftermath. Kendrick did not want to work with high-profile producers because he wanted to do something that was very at-home feeling to him, meaning people that he had worked with Top Dawg during his previous EPs, mixtapes, and the first album. Good Kid, M.A.A.D City literally says on the title that it is a short film, and that is because through the use of skits and what he is talking about, all the topics and the ranges of the topics, Kendrick is discussing his childhood and his adolescence growing up in Compton. A notable song on the album is Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, where Kendrick witnesses his friend die. I am only going to note that song because this is such a huge album and you probably know the songs off of this album, but that song really lends to Pimp Butterfly and makes his albums connect even better than they would without that album, without that song in the mix. After Good Kid, M.A.A.D City released, there was a lot of success being seen for Kendrick. A lot of people quickly put him towards the top of their favorite rappers list. Kendrick would then travel to Africa to Pimp Butterfly, which is a move that a lot of people probably didn't expect. They probably expected him to follow his success with something the next year or even the year after. Also, I feel like I might have messed up. Good Kid, M.A.A.D City was released in 2012. To Pimp Butterfly was released in 2015. I feel like I might have said 2013, but it was 2012. 2015 is when his second album came out. A lot of people probably would have expected his second album to come out in 2013 or 2014, but it is notable that he didn't even really have any huge singles that he was trying to push to the radio and the public in those 2 years filling the gap. Instead, he went to Africa to kind of, as he would explain it, paraphrasing, mind you, find his roots a little bit, because that is where his ancestors came from. There he visited such historical sites as Nelson Mandela's jail cell, and he came back wanting to do an album that was really thought-provoking and would make people think. Thus was born To Pimp a Butterfly. One of the songs on To Pimp a Butterfly, called These Walls, relates to Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, where Kendrick discusses having sex with the killer of his friend's girlfriend while the killer is in jail. These walls is a dual meaning. It means the walls of the jail cell and the walls of the female. You get it. To Pimp a Butterfly also featured a song called Alright, which was one of the singles, and it was about police brutality, which got Fox News Republicans to reply saying, again, I'm paraphrasing, hip-hop has done more damage to the youth than racism has done in recent years. I feel like I might have nailed that quote right on the head, though, honestly, because it is sampled in DNA. We'll get to that in a minute. Kendrick would then play unreleased, never before heard songs on talk shows and at some of his concerts, and this was during the promotion of To Pimp a Butterfly after the album released. This led to 2016's Untitled Remastered, which was born with those never before heard songs being performed. A lot of people wanted to know, hey, what is that song? Where did that song come from? Untitled Remastered was then released. Untitled Remastered is a lot of the songs from To Pimp a Butterfly that were not put onto the album, whether they didn't fit the themes or the samples weren't cleared in time. Untitled Remastered features a song called Untitled 05, the 5th untitled track of the album, and on that song, Kendrick discusses a possible gang-related life where he fails because when he's attempting a robbery, he sees the man's young daughter and he calls it off. This would tie the album to Butterfly, if it was on the album, even furthermore to Good Kid, M.A.A.D City, where Kendrick talks about similar concepts, especially because he grew up in Compton. This album, not really an album, considered a compilation album, would be the only thing separating To Pimp Butterfly from Damn. 2017's Damn was Kendrick's third album in this saga of when he got signed and made his first major label debut, but his fourth album all in all, including Section 80, which we didn't go over, which is also a good album. You should go listen to it. But Damn was released in April 2017. Damn is essentially Kendrick's way of saying this is life, not just for me, but for every person. These are the important things. These are the not so important things. This is how I feel about it. Damn is basically kind of what Eminem did with the Marshall Mathers LP, where if you listen to it, you're going to hear everything that he's going through in his life. He talks about how he dislikes the fact that Trump got elected. He even comments on that Fox News statement that I mentioned a bit ago. He also talks about his rapper baby Keem wanting to become a rapper. He talks about his love life. He talks about his fame and how it's made him not think of things the proper way. There's a lot more here. It's a very condensed and thick body of work, and it is great. Damn was largely successful, and because of this, they contacted him to make the soundtrack for the Black Panther film, which is not an album of his, but I do want to mention that he made that on the tour for Damn. That's really all there is. Kendrick is one of my favorites. Obviously, he's part 2 in my top 5. He's great, and I'm really excited to hear his next album. And I'm becoming less and less patient as the days go on. Hopefully it's this year, though, because I really want to hear what he has cooking after Damn. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you again soon for part 3, J. Cole.